Hey guys, it's Tom Box here, and I'm here with a very special guest. We have machdragon.
Hi, machdragon here.
So if you guys don't know who machdragon is, it's because you haven't played enough Duel Links, because he's #1 NA player right now. He finished first place at WCQ. So how do you feel?
I feel really excited. Didn't think I'd make it so far to get to fly to Japan for the World Championships.
Yeah, he got his world's invite. So how do you actually get the world's invite?
You have to place within top 3 for North America, and
So
I got first.
All of NA?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's actually a very difficult feat, because you're not playing against like one region, you're playing everyone, Canada, US.
Yeah, just pretty
Mexico?
much, yeah, all of NA pretty much. Yeah, there's a lot of really strong players.
So, but at least the meta is a bit more controlled, you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So I have here on my phone a list of questions to ask Alex. These are some of the questions a lot of us have been kind of dying to ask him. But of course, you can check out his Reddit post. He has a very detailed Reddit post in the Duel Link subreddit.
Yeah.
So you can check that out. But we're going to ask him in person all these questions. So without further ado, I guess, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this. So first question I have for you right now is, what made you commit to get that #1 spot? Most people on like any sort of mobile game, there's those competitions, and usually it's like a grind fest. What made you commit that? You know that you're going to be up there. You're among the best of the best.
Well, it's always been a dream of mine to make it to Worlds in a game that I really enjoy. And I was prepping like weeks ahead to make sure that I knew what the meta was, and to be able to play all the best decks very well, so you can easily switch to either one to counter the meta at the top.
Alright, there is deck switching after all in Duel Links.
Yeah.
Okay, so who did you practice with?
I mostly practiced with my team on, I'm on the Renegades.
Renegades?
Yeah, we have some really strong players. I think 3 of us in total are also going to Worlds. 2 of them made top 3 in Europe.
Oh, wow!
And we had...
Team reunion.
Yeah, and we have some players from Complexity Card Gaming on our team as well.
Lots of EU going on.
Yeah.
So, I guess second question. This is kind of about the game state right now. What do you think are the best decks currently?
Currently, I think the best decks are Spellbooks and Heroes. Spellbooks is like a control-based deck, because we basically just have Spellbook of Fate. So you fate every turn and you maintain board control. There's no tower or judgment, so...
No priestess?
No priestess, so it's a lot slower paced. Sometimes you just have to win games with Blue Boy beatdown.
Alright, Blue Boy. This is kind of like that phase when it was just Jowgen and Fate, and they're just like holding the world right there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's actually a good time. So, now back onto the WCQ tournament. Now, how many hours did you take to grind it out?
I think like around 53 hours over 3 days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You grinded like literally like a whole 2 days.
Pretty much, yeah. Like, I probably only like took a break or went to sleep for like 5 to 7 hours each day.
That's a dedication.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's actually really, really intense.
Yeah.
Okay, so were you afraid of going to sleep? I mean, you must have rivals like up the top.
Yeah, I was a bit scared because it was basically 3 other players that were also aiming for the top 3 spots. There was Jason, BK, and Decade. And
They sound like they're brothers.
They're not. But I think at least 2 of them live in New York, so they're about 3 hours ahead of us. So
this is kind of weird.
Yeah, when we would go to sleep, when I would go to sleep at least at like 4 a.m. or so, they would wake up and they'd gain like a huge lead ahead of me, and I had to spend like pretty much a whole day trying to catch up to them.
So you play a catch-up game.
Yeah.
Like when did you hit #1? Like when was that moment?
I was like within top 5 for the entire event, pretty much. We kind of just trade places with each other like every couple hours or so. But on the last day, I woke up and I was probably like 20,000 points behind everybody else, and
That's a lot.
I was this close to giving up, but my friends cheered me on, and I clutched it in the end with spellbooks.
Okay. So which were the decks that you went in with for this whole tournament?
Yeah, so I mostly played spellbooks and masked heroes, and spellbooks are probably one of the best decks in a tier 1 in a ladder format. It's pretty much tier 1, but because heroes have haste grenade in the game, they're able to counter spellbooks by just OTKing them really fast.
Oh, okay.
So it was spellbooks which beat heroes, and then you had spellbooks which beat
Sylvans?
oh sorry heroes which beat spellbooks, and then spellbooks beat Sylvans, and then Sylvans beat heroes. Yeah.
So the little triangle rock paper
Yeah,
scissors
rock, paper,
format.
scissors.
Okay. So speaking of the tournament, there must have been skills that were pretty annoying. Which was the most annoying skill you faced?
Probably grit.
So you think you got game, but you don't.
Yeah.
Oh
so,
my god.
How grit works is that there's about, from 4,000 life, there's an 85% chance that they will just survive the turn with 1 HP. So you can do as much damage as you want, but then they'll still live for the entire turn, which
Oh
is
my
really
God.
bad if you're committed and you're going in for an attack, and then they just grit, and then next turn they go econ take, and then they smack you for the game.
Oh my god. So if you guys don't know, Econ is one of the most common staple cards since the beginning of Duel Links.
Yeah.
And it's still one of the most powerful spells. Okay. So, what about the recent update? Now, the recent update have updated on skills as well, and it's been a really big nerf fest across the board. What are your thoughts on them?
Yeah, so they basically hit the consistency skills, like restart, which allows you to mulligan your hand. You redraw your opening hand, which is one of the best consistency skills in the game, I think.
No bricks there.
Yeah, no, it's really hard. It's much more difficult to brick, and they also nerfed a lot of the cards that were popular during the WCQ, like they nerfed Sylvans a lot, and
Oh right, they semi-limited some cards
Yeah.
in there.
and they nerfed Stall, which was very nice.
Since
I
everyone
hate that
likes-
deck.
So if you guys don't know how semi-limits work in Duel Links, unlike TCG where it's the copy of the card, semi-limit means your total amount in the entire deck is limited to that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have one interesting question for you. This is kind of coming from the fan base. So are you a free-to-play player or are you a paying player?
I do pay for Duel Links, but most of it comes out of some of the prize money I win from community tournaments.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when do you actually, how do you get the best bang for your buck then?
Probably buy when there's sales.
Like I've seen these sales before. Like what's the best deal that you usually get? Like what's the difference between a sale and no sale?
Sometimes you can get lucky with the sales and you can get the cards you want really quickly without opening the entire box. But sometimes when you really want to just test out a deck, you have to pull out the credit card.
Oh
the
my
strongest
God.
Yu-Gi-Oh card in the game.
There's no limit to that one. Okay, now I'm gonna jump a little bit out of Duel Links because I know you as also as a Yu-Gi-Oh player before I knew you as a Duel Links player.
Yeah.
So, do you still play Yu-Gi-Oh in real life?
Not as much anymore.
You're committed now.
Yeah, I'm committed more to Duel Links. I was pretty interested in coming back to TCG with the release of Sky Strikers, but with the new end of match procedures and trick stars everywhere, it's kind of
So you've been staying up to date.
yeah.
Yeah, you know how it is. Trick and match procedure, a bit disastrous.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your favorite deck of all time?
In Duel Links, I think my favorite deck would be Red Eye Zombie Dragon, because At the time, you had Red Eye's Insight and Red Eye's Spirit, which were two of the most broken cards in the game. And because you'd be able to summon basically a 2400 beat stick, when the rest of the meta was like Jerry Beans Man. And
Oh, it's weak sauce.
The names, the Dark Witch and stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So what about in real life? What's your favorite deck?
Real life, my favorite deck's probably DDDs. Yeah, it's another like kind of complicated combo deck, but I got nerfed pretty hard with the Master Rule 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That sounds fair enough. That's okay. Okay. So let me ask you about some other things that people want to ask you here. What is it like Konami? How do they talk to you once you get to your invite and everything? Like they get you the tickets and everything. So how does that process work out?
Yeah. So,
whatever that you can actually tell me.
Okay. So basically, they're going to pay for our tickets there and back, and also they're going to pay for the accommodations once we're there, like the hotel and everything. So I'm flying to Japan in August 1st, and from then to the World Championships on the 4th and 5th. Okay. They're probably going to have like a tour, like chaperones and translators.
That's awesome. At least you don't need to learn Japanese.
Yeah.
At least not a lot of Japanese.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mostly heard that from last year, the people who went last year, but I think they're gonna send us the finalized details in July.
Okay. Okay, now I've got a bit of a personal question here. Since this is about Yu-Gi-Oh! And I am a Yu-Gi-Oh! Based channel, I'm going to ask you this opinionated based question, which is, what is the best thing about Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links or TCG? Or, in reverse, what's the worst thing about Duel Links or the TCG? Answer whichever one you want.
Okay, so I think for both Duel Links and TCG, the best thing is probably the community. Like, the friends and the rivals that you have in the game that kind of keep you going and competitive each week.
Well, as long as it doesn't escalate to a point of no return.
Yeah. And I think probably the worst thing is that Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, Konami does need to make money, so a lot of the
chase cards
and stuff, they're pretty expensive, and it just takes a lot of time and money to stay competitive in the game.
Yeah, tell me about it. I don't want to be a competitive player. I just want to be a coach. I can provide resources, guys, but I don't know. That is very much true. It is very expensive to keep up with the game. Occasionally, there's like a really cheap deck like Dino Paleo right now. That's a pretty cheap deck, and it did top 4 Dutch nationals. That is literally 3 structure decks with 3 Ash. That's the cheapest you can get. The extra deck is also very cheap because it doesn't run very much. It is the anti-meta. But anyways, I digress. I'm kind of going off in a tangent here. Okay, so I guess last question I have for you. What are some tips you want to share with people? I mean, people want to know how you do it. You can be tips on how you play, or maybe how you pilot certain decks. You know, what kind of details can you share?
I think one of the most important things is to really know the deck that you're playing very, very well. Like, I made an entire spellbook guide.
And you're sharing with us? Okay, so this will be in the link below. It's going to be on the screen right now. This is a little quick whiff of it.
Yeah, it basically shows you like your starting hand and your ending board to help you decide whether or not to activate restart that turn or not, and to see if your hand is enough to basically counter your opponent's field.
Yeah.
And also I got some pretty good advice from Oscar before he left for Hong Kong.
Oh wow, Oscar, welcome to this interview.
Yeah, so he told me like kind of like how to play in like top cuts or like really high stakes games, like that you have to basically focus and take each game like one at a time, and to not think about how many players you have to beat or how many rounds or matches that you have to win, but just focus on each game and just play them like you normally would. Like nice and calmly. Don't make try not to make misplays.
Yeah, that's something I actually have to learn now from you, from Oscar to you, from you to me, because I got WCQ to go to. Hopefully I can take that advice into heart. That means, Oscar, why didn't you tell me this? You never told me this. But anyways, well, that would be it for the questions, and now I roll it off to you. Who do you want to give shoutouts to?
I want to give shoutouts to my friends in Victoria, Andrew and Patrick, and also to Bradley and Ryan for cheering me on, and also PDS, one of my online friends, for cheering me on the last day, because without you guys, I probably would have given up.
Like, you actually consistently hit the top 5. You hit top 5 last year too, if I remember correctly.
That was in, I think, the KC Cup.
Yeah.
But that's not the WCQ.
This is much higher
yeah,
stakes.
it's like much higher stakes.
Okay, that's pretty awesome. Well, I guess we have to wrap this up right now. I have a little gift for you. You were going to get this off of me. This is actually on a Reddit. You guys have seen this before. I'm looking at the camera right now. This is in true Kaiba fashion, it does state that you are a 3rd-rate duelist with a 4th-rate deck. Hopefully you can dish this out to your opponents. This is a little good luck charm beside in the back. This is yours to keep.
Okay,
it's
thanks.
a field center. Maybe if you come back to the game, maybe you get to use it. So if you guys are wondering how you get this token, meet me at WCQ. And you have to be as cool as Alex to actually get this. That's right. How are you gonna get it now? Okay, so that is all I got for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, smash that thumbs up button. Wish Alex good luck. You know, hit the good thumbs up button. It will give him good luck at the Worlds. Oh my god, pretty excited for you. You get like so much going on. And if you guys want to see more stuff from MST.TV, I'm trying to get better and better content. Hit that subscribe button. And if you guys want to help my Patreon out, you guys can do so down in the description below. Really appreciate all of you guys. You guys help me get this set up so I can interview Alex. And as always, don't forget to hold on to your MST.TV. Yes! Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please drop us a like so we know we are doing a good job. And you can also subscribe to MST.TV for more fantastic videos by clicking on the button on the left. Don't forget to check out our partners at Imperium Duelist. They make really high quality mats, including some of my own limited edition release stuff. And if you want to check out one of our past videos, click here on the right. As always, don't forget to hold on to your MST.TV, and I'll see you next time.